The unfortunate thing about this next item is we only get to spend 6 or 7 minutes because I just don't have a lot of them. And, well, let's just get to it, shall we? You're going to find out why I don't have a lot of them quickly. Proof sets, the #1 seller from the U.S. Mint every year, still to this day. It was introduced to us in the year 1950. So for the last 3/4 of a century, we get to buy the best stuff. Now let's start with the word proof. What does proof mean? Because it's not a condition, it's a method of manufacture. Where a regular coin is struck once and pushed out into circulation, a proof is made for collectors. It is made for presentations. They were used as presentation pieces prior to us being able to own them in 1950. The U.S. Mint has been making proofs going back hundreds of years. But now we, as the public, can own them as well. So they take the dies, the obverse and the reverse, and polish them. The piece of metal, whether it's a cent or a piece of silver, is polished as well. Where a regular coin is struck once, a proof is struck twice, under much stronger pressure to give you that crazy mirrored image. So that's a proof. So the proof set itself, well, over time the government changed its design issues, and we'll show those to you in a second. These are unopened from 1955 to 1964. The last decade, Philadelphia made proof sets. This is how they packaged them. Inside of it is a poly pack. This is what a poly pack looks like. Now, we recommend strongly you not open these because the unopened status is the holy grail here. Many of you might have seen proof sets repackaged like this because they were in envelopes. And then in 1968, we moved to the big hard plastic lens with the shift to San Francisco like this, which is still used today, 60 odd years later, right? So the period of time was 1955 through 1964. We have the last 5 years. So that's 1960, 61, 62, 3, and 4. This is not a random sampling. You're going to get 5. You're going to get the exact 5. Now inside of each one of these is the silver dime, silver quarter, and silver $50. The first 4 of them are the Franklin $50, 60 to 63. The last, the 64, is the Kennedy, the very first year of issue. All very special in its own right. The sets themselves, opened and repackaged in that Capital Plastics I've shown you. Here is where my competition is. 72, 71, 71, 71, 71. They're at $350 and change for opened, repackaged sets from these silver years, the last of Philadelphia. Tonight, we have the unopened sets in the original government packaging. That means somebody kept these for the last almost 3/4 of a century. That's just remarkable, right? Great thing for a collector. How? Well, the how plays into just how the U.S. Mint sent these out. Many of you might recall seeing these with handwriting on them. When you open it up, though, this is what you see with the seal. It's perfect. So the envelope is actually a mailing envelope. They would put a tag on it, being it sent to you if you bought 1. If you bought 5 or 10, they would put it in a box and label the box. So when you see proof sets today that don't have the writing on the actual envelope, it just means they came from those boxes the government sold. So a person bought more than 1. So you can look at these and they're pristine because they were packaged in a second box when they sent them out to us. The best part about these sets, well, tonight it's the price. Look at it, $199.95 divided by 5 is what? And these are unopened proof sets. My competition sells repackaged proof sets for $150 more. But as I was saying, one of the fun parts about these sets are what is inside. So we have a beautiful cent. They're all memorials. We have a beautiful Jefferson nickel. They're all going to have that bluish tint of an original proof. But then there are 3 silver coins. Dime, quarter, half dollar. That means there are 15 silver proofs in all when you add up the 5. Just the dimes. And the only way a proof coin exists today is from an original proof set like this one. Just opened and broken up over time, and when you look at the envelope, you understand why. They're at between $24 and $25 each, just for the dime. So we're at $1.25-ish. The quarters sell for $35 to $39 each for these 5 years. You got to cut it out of this poly pack to get them. If you add that up, we're at give or take $170-ish. The dime and the quarter together is about $300. Now you know where my competition is, right? They want $350 for the repack, like you just saw. But the real key coin, the large silver issue in these sets, is the half dollar, the 4 Franklins and the Kennedy. My competition is as follows on that coin alone, which only comes from these sets: 60, 76, 62, 62, 62. So the 61 Franklin has that premium of about $10 on everything else. They're over $300 for the half dollars cut out of these sets. So you've seen us here on the air. We've had these sets before, opened on a regular basis, probably once a month, give or take. It takes time to accumulate, just because, again, they had to be opened properly. Once they are opened, what is inside has to be pure, right? It has to be a beautiful looking set, intact, like you saw from those samples we showed you a few seconds ago. And then we accumulate. Every blue moon, though, we get boxes in that are original boxes. So when you open up the boxes, you see this look. And you just say, your jaw drops, and it's like, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And tonight, we're under $40 a set for silver proof sets. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. Getting down to single digits. Didn't have a lot in the first place to start. Has anybody looked at the U.S. Mint's website? They've redone it. Not bad. Takes a while to get used to navigation, but that's just newness, right? But when you see the silver proof set from 2024, what is it priced at? Yeah, for the brand new set, it's $150 directly from the mint. You can go backwards in your time capsule and get the really good stuff. These vintage sets, unopened, at a fraction of the price. That's the market I want to be in. That's the market I am in. And tonight you can join us with these crazy unopened proof sets. That is the fun part about it. They are gorgeous. They are original, as you see right here. This stuff is not the good stuff. It's the great stuff. Join us.